We are live. I'm Julia Sotis. I'm a facilitator of Access Consciousness, and I think a lot of you know me, and maybe some of you are new. So I welcome you on to this live today. Um, Today we're going to be discussing the topic of an upcoming call that I'm doing, and it's called the Seductress Seminars. So it has a little bit of a different energy than a lot of what I normally do, but it's basically um, something that Gary Douglas brought to my awareness about me that has really relaxed me and changed a whole lot of my life and just kind of taught me how to function way, way better than I perhaps otherwise could have. It's just a more fun, more wonderful place to function from. So I want to read you guys something that I wrote about the call and about being a seductress. So here it is. Paula. Hi, Paula. Nice to see you. All right. So I was recently having a conversation about my wild and crazy marriage to Anthony with Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. And he told me, try being a seductress. It's actually so much more of what you truly are. I started exploring this topic in a deeper way than I ever have before, because basically I've been hearing Gary talking about being a seductress for a long time. Um, and what I discovered is that being a seductress is such a major source of receiving more and having more of what you want in life. If you seduce something into your life, it comes much quicker. No pun intended. um, Being a seductress is really about being the space for everybody around you to have a greater possibility. There's an element of sexualness in it. And many people tend to be really afraid to have and use sexualness in their lives. And I'm talking about the energy of sexualness, which is not the energy of right and wrong, not the energy of being sexy. It's the kind, caring, and nurturing energy that you are as a being. When you're a seductress, you're allowing yourself to receive. And you're also using the sexual energy of who you are to facilitate things around you. If we allow ourselves to work with the elementals and ask the universe and the people around us for what we actually want in a kind and soft way, everything can change. So, I invite you along to this new journey. It is a series of 3 seminars which has a slightly different energy that I can't wait to play it with. What future can you create as a seductress? Catalina's asking, does this include sexy? It can, but it doesn't necessarily have to. A really cool, I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to kind of walk you to a different place. How do I describe this? I want to walk you guys to a slightly different place with this. So, I've been married to Anthony for 9 years, and as those of you who are married know, marriage has many ups and downs, and it's something that you have to create every single day. And what I really realized about Anthony and I is we really, really have a creationship. Like, we don't necessarily facilitate together very much or create our businesses together, but we have the craziest sense of humor, and we're both extremely quick-witted and just we laugh all day long. We're just laughing and laughing and laughing. And we are so into our house and our gardens, and like we're always reinventing them or buying things for the garden and just talking about it. And we just walk through our house and we're just like, I am so, so grateful to live in this house. Like, this house is gorgeous. Like, we're just stoked about our house, and we run body processes on each other every night. And we just have this really amazing, it's more of a creationship than a relationship, you know? And that's really what you want to ask for. If you desire a relationship or you'd like to change the relationship that you're currently in, ask for somebody who's totally energetically compatible with you, but also somebody who's willing to have a creationship, because a lot of people aren't. And that's really what you need as a humanoid to just really find like the excitement and the joy and the chaos. I mean, relationships generally are chaos killers, but we need chaos in our lives to basically function. You know, I see people who, their bodies are hurting and it's like, I need more chaos. They need more chaos, and that would actually allow their body to heal. But what we tend to do instead of chaos is havoc. And havoc in relationship is very destructive. And trust me, I can be the queen of havoc in relationship. I can go psycho. If you get me before my period on a month where I haven't been eating super well, I am a psychopath. And so it's just like, are you a psychopath in relationship? Do you want to be a psychopath in relationship? And it's like, what if you actually had somebody in your life who was okay with you being a psychopath? Because that's also the thing, is like sometimes we just do psycho as women. But then it's this place of going psycho and then going, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Don't listen to me." And when you tell somebody, "Don't listen to me," what are they going to do? They're going to start to listen to you, because everybody does the opposite of what they're told. That's just a rule of life. And there's one tool on being a seductress. Say, "Oh, just don't listen to anything I say." Um, so being a seductress, I'm getting a question in. Being a seductress is not necessarily about being in a relationship. Gary did what was it? Where is I like have so many places where I keep good notes, but then it's like, where did my notes go? um, we have that. I want to show you guys my notes on the asking it. Here it is. Okay. Okay, so this is seduction beyond relationship, basically. Seduction beyond relationship is, well, let me just read you something I wrote about this. Whisper it, not with need, with space. This is the art of actualization through seduction, one of your most powerful tools for creating everything you desire. There was a 7-day event in Jaipur, India in 2016, and basically the whole theme of the 7-day was asking the universe for what you desire in the tone of a whisper, and how that energy of whispering to the universe engages the elementals. Seductress. If you ask for the energy of being a seductress from this place of softness and no need, everything can show up so much quicker. There's so much allowance in the energy of being a seductress. And so basically, it was just this beautiful thing. And I started asking for things to show up in the form of a whisper. So I would whisper to the universe what I desired. And it was incredible how fast it showed up and how much it matched the exact energy of what I had asked for. So, this is the art of instant actualization through seduction. So, what questions are you not whispering to the universe that, if you whispered them to the universe, would allow you to have the peace, the ease, and the instant actualization that you truly could have? And everything that doesn't allow that, times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot and pock, all 100, shorts, boys, povids, bases, creations, and beyonds. Catalina says, I'm interested about this conversation and the energy. I'd like to expand that to any areas of my life. like money, for example. Yeah, well, being a seductress is really the willingness to be an energy that nobody else is willing to be. It's like, for an example, if you tell your partner something, do they like it or do they resist it? But if you ask your partner something, are they willing to contribute to you? And if you ask them from the energy of seduction, what does that actually create? Awesome. Ellie says, "You mean the voice vibration?" Wow, because I heard voice is almost the strongest vibration and the fastest one. Yeah, the tone of your voice is very, very, um, it's just a huge part of your ability and your willingness to seduce, you know? But it's not the voice, it's the energy that you're being. What if being a seductress was way more you? And way more of what you are and way more of what is true for you. And one of the things that you need to do to become more needless is really every time you get needy, pock and pod the need. How many of you are not willing to pock and pod the need? You're actually, how many of you like being needy? Everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 100, shorts, boys, povids, spacies, creations, and beyonds. What if every time you realized you were doing need of something, you destroyed it and uncreated it? Okay, so what can you seduce? What can you invite? What can you induce into your life that's actually a way greater possibility? That's beyond anything that you've ever imagined. All right. So I invite you guys. This is a little snippet. I'm doing a 3-part telecall on this next week, and it is going to be a full series of 3 calls learning about what is seduction, how do you do it, and how do you become that which allows seduction and ease in all areas of life. Ta ta for now.